feel taken for granted? Why is it that we tend to take things for granted in our lives? Why is it we tend to allow others to take us for granted? Why is it that we so easily forget how to appreciate the people who are most valuable in our lives? How is that? Well, good morning. I'm Reverend Lee. We're here each and every day at 8 a.m. on Thoughts That Can Change Your Life as we explore questions together. We get to discern what's happening in our lives. And I know I'm asking that question having come off of almost 2 weeks of COVID. I'm the type of individual that when I'm not feeling well, I withdraw into myself. In other words, I don't need anyone to take care of me. I don't want to be coddled. I don't want to be nurtured. I want to be pretty much left alone. Now, I have a wife who likes to nurture, and I make it as clear as I can to please, while you may want to nurture, it doesn't work with me. It doesn't work with me. It actually, and it aggravates me. I'll just be very bold. It aggravates me because I want to be left alone. And so the interesting thing is that when you start to come out of that and you start opening up to being again with your partner, they don't know what to do because they've had to adjust to leave you alone. And so it's really interesting because it requires some great heartfelt, authentic conversation to have with someone. Jean says, I'm a nurse. I like to help. That's great. There are a lot of people that like to be helped. There are some people, looks like your husband is one who wants to be left alone. I know, I'm one of them. And it's real interesting because we can take this and blow this up and make it more than it is. You know, if you look at your the hierarchy of your values, those who have done values with me understand what I'm talking about. Those of you that don't, it's something you should probably, when I do my next workshop, you should sign up for that workshop and do it, because until you know your top 3 values, you really don't know where you're going in life. And one of the things that's underneath the core of all my value is I am highly independent. I do value interpersonal connection, but I don't need interpersonal connection. I value my individual freedom more than that. I am willing to forego a relationship if it means I have to give up my freedom. I will not be in a relationship where I have to sacrifice being authentically me. And yeah, Lori, we're sensitive, aren't we? We're very sensitive and we get our feelings hurt. But who's really hurting our feelings? Oh, we're doing it to ourselves, aren't we? Because if the other person is totally above board, expressing open and honest communication, and you want to see it differently than they want to see it, well, now you're getting pushy. You're pushing your values, you're pushing your views on them so that you can feel good. I'm going to tell you, That just doesn't work. That's very short lived. That's not going to make it. Not going to make it at all. So, talk to me out there. How many of you feel unappreciated? And if you do feel unappreciated, give me a reason. Why do you feel unappreciated? Thing that I've come to understand is that when I do something for someone, I do it because my heart wants to do it. And the appreciation that I get is within me. It's inner self appreciation. I got to do what I love to do, to serve someone, to be of service with someone. I really get appreciative when someone steps in and does something that I'm really not good at. And that makes my life easy. That for me is something that where I really show appreciation. Lori goes, opposite from Mark. He wants to be cared for when he's sick. And I say, suck it up, go to bed. He says, I have terrible bedside manner. You don't have terrible bedside manner. Bedside manner is not something you value. It's that simple. Tammy goes, because I've been hurt in the past in relationships, I feel fear to open my heart again, and I fear this is blocking me from having an intimate partner. I'm treating to be open, to be able to open my heart. Well, yeah, Tammy, I'm going to tell you, a person that you meet that might be available to a wonderful relationship will energetically be able to tell if your heart is open or not. And if your heart is not open, most individuals have an intuitive sense within them, and they're not even going to give it a shot. They're not going to give you a chance. Because why? Their gut, their heart, their intuitive nature says, sorry, this person is unavailable. And I'm not here to crack open their door to help them become available. That's not another person's job. That's your job to do that. That's why when I talk with people about when they break up from a marriage or a long-time relationship, I say, whoa, you don't enter a new relationship right away. You have to fall in love with yourself more. You've got to learn what self-love is. You've got to spend the next year, and I say a year, because I want you to go through 4 seasons of learning how to accept and love yourself. Because until you can accept and love yourself, no one else is going to. And most of the time, when someone's left a relationship in the past where they've been hurt, and I'm just going to make assumptions, Tammy, because I don't know any of your details whatsoever, but there's scars. And those scars are very, very obvious to anyone who's sensitive and open. I know because I can see it when I meet people. I can tell when people come into Agape, you can just feel the energy and you know where they are. And here's a key thing. Many people try to fool themselves and others by not really admitting where they are. And what is the key to self-love? It's accepting where you are and then moving forward. That's where self-love is. It's always about doing that. And so before anyone else can appreciate you, you have to learn to appreciate yourself. Always starts there, doesn't it? Everything begins and ends with self-love. It's the basis of everything I teach. Until you love yourself, no one else can love you. You want a greater relationship with someone else? Have a greater relationship with yourself. That's the work. So with that, I think today's been a really good day. Good morning. I enjoyed this talk. As you can tell, I'm feeling much more energized than I have in the last couple of weeks. That's because I'm on the final stages of kicking COVID's ass out of my body. What does Jess say? Jess says, Lee, you've changed my thinking. I've watched you for the past 18 months and the transformation is beautiful. It's like the light is on now. Thank you. You've made my... Well, Jess, I'm glad I could be a guide for you. But any change that's happened, it's you, girl. You've had to do the work. No one can make you different other than you. So I give you a big applaud. So everyone, give Jess a big hand. All right. Go create a magnificent and wonderful day and appreciate yourself. Don't take yourself for granted. Until tomorrow, love ya. Have a great day, everyone. Aloha.